Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Tiara Muslimah Jamal. I'm a magister student of Public Health Halu Oleh University. Now I want to presenting the journal review about assessing needs for developing a multisensory room design with Javanese gesture for older adults. This journal is writing by Ferry Agusman Motuho Mendrova et al. They are from Karya Husada University of Semarang and then from Diponegoro University of Semarang. So the background of this journal, the number of elderly population continue to increase. In 2035, Indonesia will enter an aging population. Likewise, older people in Semarang also continue to experience an increase. In 2020, there were 170,000 older people spread across 37 sub-districts. The aging population structure it indicates success of achieving human development related to increasing life expectancy. Increased life expectancy causing epidemiological transition in health sector and caused increased morbidity due to degenerative disease, including reduced cognitive function and productivity in the elderly. The reduced cognitive function and productivity in elderly, it's make worsening control of emotion behavior and motivation of the elderly. And then the negative and positive behavior in the elderly is triggered by environment condition related to the sense of smell, touch, and sight. So the environment modification have been identified reducing symptoms of impaired cognitive function, especially those related to behavior and psychology. So the objective of this journal is the study aimed to assess needs to develop a multisensory room design tailored with a Javanese cultural approach for the older adults. And then the methods of this journal is use qualitative and then data collection with focus group discussion. The research was carried out from August to October 2023 in Semarang. This research is collaboration with Karya Husada University and University of Diponegoro. The participants of the FGD include geriatric nurse, representative from Alzheimer's Indonesia, Javanese cultural experts, architects, and health service. The analysis of FGD result was conducted using the collage method. This involved creating transcripts from the FGD, multiple readings of the transcripts, extracting significant statement, validation with participant, and formulating meaning, themes, subthemes, and categories. The themes identified during the data analysis were integrated and presented as research outcome. So the result of this journal has two themes. The first theme is about aspect consideration of building multisensory, and the point of the aspect consideration is the first is safety consideration. After that, it's about unique characteristic of elderly and then psychological response. The safety consideration, it's about how to elderly get stimulation, and then the room does not harbor bacteria, cleanliness, available of a mediator, security, safety, able to awake the memory, memory recall, prevent falls, memorizing, don't mistake the room, and the room cannot be nosocomial infection. And then about the unique characteristic of elderly, they are about the characteristic of elderly, activity level of elderly, keep thinking, interaction, activity, multifocus, level of dementia, persistent activity, song test, treatment, activity, difference, humanity, mobility, and others. And then about the psychological response such as bored, tired, exhausting, feeling sad, activity needs, saturation, and agitation, proud, like to tell stories and others. Then the second result about the theme is element for building multisensory room for elderly. So the element for building multisensory room for elderly, that is physical space, element for sensory stimulation, physical object, and then element for activity stimulation. And then the physical space, such as parts of the room, waiting room, architecture, Japanese gesture without air conditioner, room atmosphere, spa room, open air, all-time environment, and others. And then about the element for sensory stimulation, it's how the room have a stimulation for touch sensory, like barefoot, air circulation, touch, hydrotherapy, and then about how to room can stimulation the olfactory sensory, like aromatherapy, cooking smell, and then how the room can stimulation sound sensory, like spiritual songs, music gamelan, langgam Jawa, music keroncong, clock sound, sound of nature, appropriate music trends and music. And the rooms must consider it about how the room can stimulation like vision sensory, like natural light, color sensory, look far away, sunlight, and others. And then about the physical object, it's like soil, tree, lumpang, floor type, vegetation, safe hold, small fish, carpet, motors, relief, batik, sand, and others. And then the last is the last elements is like element for activity stimulation, like gardening, daily living activity, playing activities, and then sensory activity. In the discussion, multisensory environments and multisensory stimulation are non-pharmacological intervention used for behavior modification that have gained much popularity in recent years. Sensory stimulation using a multisensory room can improve the quality of life. However, the level of evidence is still controversial. The several studies have identified three aspects in designing multisensory room, that is intrinsic features and functionality of the room, and accessibility and availability, and the special equipment or desired sensory experience. And then for build the multisensory room, the other literature say Japanese cultural elements can be included through rock sound, play or light, and natural nuance, walls, and aromatherapy. The literature states that a comfortable sensory room can calm cognitive function in the elderly. For the elderly, contact between the sensory environment and past experience is something that needs attention. Therefore, elderly people have different feelings when using the sensory room. In this case, the multisensory room needs to combine the elderly past experience with the physical environment to create a harmonious effect. So, the elderly can truly enjoy the healing process in the form of comfort and peace of mind. But, however, experts argue that momentary sensory environment stimulation is not enough to maintain cognitive function. So, continuous stimulation intervention must be effective. Multisensory stimulation in older adults is an effective practice that help train the mind and motor skills through elements and that stimulate the human sense. However, the FGDs conducted in this research identified space elements more applicable to the characteristic of older people in Indonesia. Creating a beautiful and tranquil indoor environment requires design and placing plants, water feature, rocks, and other natural component. Interaction with nature provides many tangible benefits for a human, including improve the quality of life. plants improve human physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Studies show that in old age, when the social environment becomes smaller, the nuance of nature become more critical as a means of connecting with other living creatures. Childhood memories about the experience of living in a green natural environment can also grow and help improve cognitive function. Conclusion of this journal: multisensory room for older people needs to consider the characteristic of older adults and the level of problems faced related to the room's function in providing stimulation. Creating a multisensory room for older people needs to include various aspects such as the unique characteristic of older adults, physiological response of older adults, and safety consideration. Several elements are needed to support sensory stimulation, including physical object, physical space, element for sensory stimulation, as well as elements for activity stimulation like gardening, sensory activity, daily living activities, and playing activities. So I think that's all my presentation about this journal. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.